What's good, guys? It's Joseph, and today I have another tutorial for you guys. Finally, I have another tutorial. I've been making some edits lately, and I've been kind of wondering, what kind of video do I want to make next? And I decided to make a tutorial on editing Fortnite. It's not going to really be any type of effects specifically. I will put some effects in the end, just the ones that I put in the preview of the video. You saw me edit a little clip that I got. Or almost a clip that I got. It wasn't really that good of a clip, but I went ahead and edited it for you guys, and I put it in the beginning of the video for you guys to see. Obviously, I did have the original project file, but an idiot such as myself deleted it, and I don't know what happened to it, so it's gone. So I have it fresh for you guys, which is probably easier for you to understand anyways, because I'm starting from scratch. The only thing I started with, I had the song in here. I went ahead and put my markers in, because you guys already know how to do that. Just drag this over, and they're on the top, and they're always going to be there. Clip. So say you guys already have your song ready to go, you got your sync points set and stuff. I'm just go ahead and drag your clip into the composition. Kind of already know how to do that. I hope so. And you got your left and right square bracket keys on next to the P key on your keyboard. You can use those to move it around the beginning and end. Press Ctrl-Alt-T to enable time remapping. I always use timer map to sync nowadays. I'm doing the same with Fortnite. It's going to be a little bit different, so that's why I want to make a tutorial. I've made tutorials on how to sync with timer map in the past, but I want to make an updated one. So I'll go to the end of the clip and just delete this one, just so you can have more room in the graph editor to work. And then I'm just going to go back to the beginning and then drag this to the beginning of the song. So I want the clip. I'm just going to edit the same way I did in the preview of the video. I'm just going to go ahead and slide this until I get to that point. I just want him, as he's running, to jump off the impulse grenade. So this is when he's doing that. So I'm going to back it up to as he's literally about to throw it. Because in the clip it kind of messed it up a little bit. So there he goes. So he's about to impulse himself off, and I want it to start right as he's getting ready to run. So that's him doing it right now. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. First keyframe, and then you just leave it like that. And then all you have to do is just jump to the next one, and then you can see the view, the preview is not changing at all, which is good because we want to know. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag this number forward even more. And I want the sync point here, I want it to be when the impulse grenade explodes, because that's when it actually shoots him forward a little for it. So I'm just going to have that keyframe on the second keyframe. And then the next keyframe I made, I went ahead and made it on the first shot, the shot that hit but didn't get the kill. And so just wait to the muzzle flash. You see the first muzzle flash. Go ahead and sync that to that point. See, you guys kind of get the gist of it. You're syncing different points to different things in the clip, and that's pretty much what I taught you before. The only thing that's different with Fortnite, the clips are you want to see what's going on, because you can do some pretty crazy stuff in Fortnite. I know you've seen from Ninja playing, Myth, whatever. So you want to capture all of that. So you don't want super fast movements. You want just you want it synced well to the song, but not over. You don't want to over edit it. You want to know what's going on, right? Like if he makes a shot with a shotgun and then switches to the other shot, you want to see that. You want to see that happening. You want to see him impulse himself off the thing. You don't want to just skip forward to the kill. So that's what's different about it. You just want to get every aspect of the clip into the edit. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So there's a shot, and then the second shot, I'm gonna have it right here. You can see the muzzle flash for the tactical shotgun. Again, if you guys ever need Fortnite Gunsound packs and you don't want to buy any ones that people are selling for some reason, I have a Gunsound pack if you guys want to check it out. I'll put it in the description if you guys want to download it. And then the last keyframe, and this is one you can play around with. I just move it forward just a little bit. Maybe it takes a few steps, or maybe one step or something, and then he's gonna go loot the guy. Because usually when you get a kill in Fortnite, you go loot the guy. You don't really have to edit that part unless you want to make some funny video or something. So after that, you just go ahead and press Alt and press that right square bracket key at the end of the keyboard, next to the P key, to go ahead and get rid of the end of that clip. So now we're only dealing with this little part right here. And so now the clip is synced linearly. So now all we have to do is highlight all of them by clicking over here, and then go ahead and press F9 on your keyboard, or you can right click keyframe assistant, and we're going to go to easy ease. So that's going to play around with it in the graph editor. Click that button right there. So now we can go ahead and edit further. So since it depends on the beginning, I want it to just be super slow. I want it to not really be moving fast or slow. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it like this, because in time the keyframe, like for this right here, it probably would have been like over here a little bit. So just the fact that it's stretched out this far, like say if this keyframe was over here, it's gonna make this like little area in between them faster, right? So we don't want that. Since it's dragged over here, it's gonna make that point in time slower. So if we just make this line in there just like more linear, if we make this line in there just more linear, it's just gonna be slow. But if you want it to go a little bit faster into the jump to make like a little ease, you can go like this, and then for the jump, so you don't want the jump to be like super fast or anything. You just want it to just see him jump, but have like a little tiny skip. So I would just like barely put this up a little bit, and in Call of Duty, like literally we would be doing this with it, making it as fast as we could. But it's different for this game and for other games, so you really have to play around with it to make sure you get something that looks clean. And so I would just do the same for this. This is probably where I think this is where the shot is, and you know, just make them look nice, and then just keep playing around with it. I can't stress that enough. You know, just always keep making it look better in your opinion. And then just for the last one, make it a little slower. And then even like, since this is the kill shot, you can even go as far as making a keyframe in the middle of these, right? To just drag this point in time to make it like even slower, which is a pretty cool effect. So it's slower in this point in time just because the line's more linear in the middle. And so if I went ahead and rendered a preview, I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick just because I can. So okay, let's see what it looks like. What we're working with. Here we go. We can fix like frame skips. This is pretty much what we're checking for right now. Okay, so it's not really too nice. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit, just in case you guys are having the same issues. You saw the skipping frames and everything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and move this a little bit, maybe make it a little bit, I don't know. I kind of liked how that looked a little bit. And in the middle you saw like frame skips and stuff, but that's fine because we're gonna fix that with frame blending at the end. I was more worried about the very last part of it, because you got the slow-mo here, right? But then it kind of just shoots out. What I'm gonna do to fix that, I'm just gonna go ahead and literally just drag this keyframe over to the right a little bit, so it's not going to do that. So it's just going to like go to the next shot, and that can be good. And all you can do to fix like anything, if that looks weird in the transition, just add a transition to it, like a clip slide or a blur transition, a flash. It could be anything like that. And then pretty much I don't know what After Effects y'all are using, but I would go ahead and turn frame blending on and then mess around with the setting right here. I would click this twice if you're using CC 2014 like me, under your frame blending, but just use frame blending. And then there's not too much warping in Fortnite that can't be fixed with motion blur. So I'm gonna go ahead and preview it again just to see how it looks with it, because you can see a little bit of warping with the building and stuff, but it's nothing that can't be fixed with motion blur. Want it to be a little bit faster at the end of the clip, all you have to do is just drag this ever so slightly back. But you get the gist of it, and that's pretty much the syncing aspect of it. If you guys are interested in learning how to do that like the saturation mask type thing, I'll go ahead and show you really quick. But if you just came here to sync Fortnite clips, that's pretty much it for the tutorial. You can go ahead and click off. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the video to make that little effect. And then I'm just going to keep making Fortnite editing tutorials, because Fortnite's a really big game right now, and I'm trying to find out some really cool effects that you can use for editing, like building, stuff like that, because there's so much like variety in what you can put in these types of videos, because there's so much to do with Fortnite. You got rocket riding, you got impulse grenades, you got a whole bunch of different stuff like that, and I think it's amazing, and I can't wait to edit it, especially with the Fortnite, the replay mode. You can get so many like good angles of cinematics just by using that. It's really in depth and I really love it. But anyways, for that effect, go ahead and add an adjustment layer by either layer, new adjustment layer, or Control-Alt-Y on your keyboard and just make it fit. I don't know why sticky keys are you know, good old clip, because we only need it for the clip. And then after that, open your effects and presets. It's going to take a while to open up mine because I have a lot on my computer, and my computer's getting a little old, so it's running a little slower. Hopefully it doesn't crash. If it crashes, then I'll have to make another recording of the video. Hopefully it doesn't do that. Anyways, while we're waiting for this, I'm considering streaming on YouTube. I was gonna try to stream on Twitch, but you know, YouTube, most of my fan base is on YouTube anyways. I think it'll be easier just to stream on YouTube Fortnite. Leave a comment in the description if you guys are interested in that, or if you would watch. Anyways, now effects and presets are open. Gonna go ahead and type in Hue and Saturation, one of the most basic color correction effects that you can add. I've been trying to make effects that you can make with After Effects and not any third parties, so you guys can follow along in case you don't have the money to buy them. So literally, all I did for this, I didn't even make any keyframes on it. I just turned the master saturation down to like -70 or whatever. Just make it desaturated pretty much. And then at the shot, literally at the shot, I would go ahead and go to this circle up here, the ellipse tool, go to the very middle of the screen, hold shift and alt at the same time, or shift and control at the same time, and make like a small circle. And then press M twice, or press M twice on your keyboard to open up all these like options for a mask, and then go ahead and press the inverted key. So now literally it's just gonna be that little circle in the bottom, and then go ahead and keyframe the mask expansion, and just go to the end of the clip and just drag it all the way out to like 1000. And then it's not exactly perfect. It doesn't completely cover the whole screen. You can fix that if you want. If you want to edit like the size of like the mask or whatever, but I don't really care. It doesn't really affect the overall edit because there's going to be a transition here anyways. If you really don't like it, and if you don't like that the circle is like really sharp, you can go ahead and put the feather up to like 150 pixels. I find that makes it look a little better. So that's pretty much how I made that effect. Pretty easy, and then just go ahead and go easy ease these keyframes. And then you just go in the graph editor, and I would just go ahead and right click it and edit speed graph, and then just take like this side and move it all the way to the left. It's gonna create a nice ease, and then move this all the way to the left sort of. And then you can go ahead and go back to your normal value graph. If you guys aren't familiar with the speed graph, it pretty much just makes that curve. You could have done that by yourself, but you know, I like to use both graphs. And that's pretty much it for the tutorial. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys want me to edit, or if you guys want me to make a new effect for Fortnite and make a new video on it, I'll go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and comment down below. Try to read all my comments. My email should be in the description, and my DMs are open on Twitter. So I have a lot of ways you can contact me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Other than that, have a great rest of the day, guys. I love you. I'm out. Peace.